All the connecting dot setup, everything was giving you a clue. The trade entry was 1409. The stop loss is this. Trade exit is around 1421 because the stop loss got hit here. Okay. So it didn't move much on this particular one. This is a no trade or a low probability. This is a two candle theory on high probability. When I say high probability, look at this. You have an ascending order volume. Whenever the market is moving in the morning, you just need to see the volume bar. If it is going to be ascending, first and foremost, that is a perfect clue. Second, RSI 57, 66, 70. It is also ascending. Perfect. Here, call over is declining rapidly. Can you see this? The call over is declining rapidly from almost 110, 114, 87, 85, 87 to 85 to 45, almost 50% drop. And here from 48, 68, 70, 80 and 1 crore, it is drastically increasing. And difference in change in OI is very high. And moreover, you have the support also very nearby. That is your VWAP and everything. In this scenario, though it is a 2 p.m. trade, this is how I would love to see it. OI drastically changing, increasing on the other side. And at the same time, it is giving you a full body the move, ascending order volume, everything would be giving you a clue here. Sometimes what normally happens is the entire move would have happened and then the two candle theory forming. That is something where we needed to be really careful. Today morning, that was the scenario. The fall has happened and then the two candle theory getting formed. Here, it is in a sideways and then a two candle theory forming. This is a perfect opportunity. Next. This is a no trade or a low probability. So in this scenario, again, the market is at around 230. So usually at around 230, people will start to unwind the position and other thing. That's the reason you needed to be really careful when you are playing in the two candle theory in the second half. The RSI is falling. The market is almost 55, 56 and so on. The call over is declining. Can you see this? The call over is declining. Put OI, it is also declining. What is the clue here? Though it increased and then like in declining, the clue is these guys are not adding significant position. If a writer is adding position on one side or unwinding the position on one side, he needed to create more position on the other side. If he is not creating the position on the other side, that means you're not going to get any major move. You might get some small moves here and there. The market is not going to give you any significant moves. That is exactly been happening here. Okay, so this is again the stop loss got hit at by 1455, but the entry time was around 1430 exactly on the dot. So I would still avoid that trade. This is again high probability in the second half. Can you see this? The first candle breaking the VWAP. Second candle is where you're getting to see the market falling below the VWAP with volume. Whenever you see this, this is a golden opportunity. Ascending order plus it is breaking the VWAP with volume. It is breaking the VWAP with volume. And third candle will be our entry. And they tried to go above. They couldn't go above that VWAP. Again, it fell. What in this scenario, if I would have entered on the third candle, I would have seen if there is a 10 or 20% opportunity, I would have taken some more here. And once it came down, I would have booked my profit and then taken the tally home. Now, most importantly, look at this. The OI change and everything, it's been happening pretty fast. I think this is the wrong example attached by the team. Let them, I'll check with them. This particular example, I think I needed to check the data. This is not the data. Okay, I'll ask them to check that. But otherwise, based on this chart setup, you guys can look at how they will be making the entries and exit. Guys, all these are on 3-minute time frames. Whatever the examples which I have shared, everything is on 3-minute time frames only. So yesterday's the PPT has been uploaded. Please go through that. I will show you some more. No, after 2:30, if you are a newbie, I would sincerely ask you to avoid the trades much because that is the area wherein you can easily get yourself trapped. Okay, so if you are a newbie, please avoid your trades after 2:30. Because sometimes it can go in your favor, sometimes it can go heavily against you, and you may not be able to get an exit as well. Looks like every day the lines which we are drawing, they wanted to show you how the support is going to be taken there. Now, once this gap is getting filled, they're ensuring that that particular gap area is getting go big, big hold. How long? Guys, watch these videos again and again. I'm pretty sure you all will be getting like a more clues than one. Okay, you will get more clues than one. Now, on the trading OI, Bank Nifty clearly still it is bullish. That's the reason every dip I'm confident to buy it unless and until the Bank Nifty breaks this level of the VWAP, it is going to be a buy on every dip for me. Only question mark is if you are a small player, you needed to wait exactly to the levels. If you are a large player, if you are averaging your position, buy one lot here, two lots here, four lots here, eight lots here, 16 lots here. Why I insist on averaging more near to the VWAP? Because that is the biggest support and they will be having more money coming in on that particular level. And that is the area wherein we needed to lend maximum support. Okay. Though this market is heading higher and higher, they are clearly not able to move it with the volume. So if it is not coming near to the VWAP, then you don't have a trade there. You just needed to wait and hope and pray for that it comes lower, or you just needed to look for a two candle theory, or it at least come near to the nearby support area. If it is not, there is no point in taking a trade. You know why most of the traders lose it in the F&O market? They lose it because they don't wait for the levels. They think that anyway, if I'm taking a trade, anyway, it will come here and then I'll take a support trade here. And many ask me, Shiva, like instead of me waiting there, can I buy it here itself? If your capital is large, yes, you should be able to buy it conservatively. But if your capital is small, what will happen? By the time you buy it here, by this time you would have run out of your capital and you would be staring at a loss and you will not be ready to accept to book the loss and you will wait. Sometimes the trade can go in your favor. When it goes against, you will lose big. When it goes against, you will lose big. That's a reason many a times small traders lose out. You guys, if you go and look at your trading journal or your trading books in the last 6 months to 1 year, you just go and look at it. Out of 100 trades, 80 trades you would have been in right. 80 trades you would have been in right. Only 20 trades would be in wrong. But if you'd have been scoring that much in schools, we would have got 80 percentile, right? We would be like in scoring in the top category. But unfortunately, the 20 marks as a negative marking as well. What is happening? On those negative, you are not even booking your loss, you are waiting for it to do a reversal. When you are waiting for it to do a reversal, and when it doesn't do it, you lose your 20, 30, or 50% of your capital. Sometimes the capital completely get eroded and you're completely gone. Another big mistake, what you have been doing it, you would have been taking a OTM calls, which would also be pushing you away. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, let's get into the gap theory concept. Gap theory. This is very important one, but you won't get to see this gap theory playing out very often. But if at all, if the gap is getting formed, I will tell you how you needed to be looking for it. Gap theory is a concept that has been derived from the fact a gap is getting created in a 3 minute time frame in Bank Nifty. Yes, you will have gaps in daily, you will have gaps in 1 minute, 5 minute, hourly as well. But what I have witnessed is for an intraday trader, any gap which is getting created on 3 minute time frame, 90% of the time those gaps get filled intraday or the following day. Okay, 90% of those time those gaps gets filled intraday or following day. This is only for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Okay, this is only for Nifty and Bank Nifty. That is where I've understood where it is a opportunity for me to, because this is the area wherein I've tracked it. Guys, many ask me, like, sir, should we or not wait? Like, and since it is going to be a bullish day, like, and we could have easily rode the rally and other things. That means from a scalper, I'm becoming more like a positional player. What will happen to my mindset is there are days wherein I needed to scalp and I will be sitting on like in a sitting duck waiting for the rally to happen. Always remember if your style is scalping, please stick to that. If your style is positional, please stick to that. If your style is like an swing trading, please stick to that. Don't try to change the approach. And that is where in the past I have lost big money. One day I will become a scalper, next day I'll become a positional, third day I'll become an overnight player, and the following day I'll become a swing player. What I do, one day I'll earn, next day I'll lose big. There are days wherein you would have taken a big risk for overnight position. Even I would have taken an overnight positions, but what I try to do is I only take 10% of my risk in overnight. Okay, even if the 10% goes to zero, I don't care because I know I have other ways to make up that money. Remember, any position which you are taking overnight without a hedge, I 90% I don't take a hedge, right? When you're taking a position without the hedge, that option can go to zero. You needed to understand that. That's the reason if you do not know the risk ability, please do not take any overnight position. Okay. Coming back to the gap, 90% of the time, we have seen the gaps getting filled or either on the 15 to 20, 30 minutes in the next few candles or on the same day, sometimes the following day. Now, what are the things which I needed to look at for me to take a trade on the gap? So gaps are created when there are several orders punched in, but orders are not fulfilled as the price quickly moved higher or lower, whichever case may be. So if there are like multiple people, it's not going to be one or two people who are going to be taking a trade in the system, right? There will be a lot of people. In this scenario, when I am placing my orders, what I will do, I know the market is suddenly falling. I, I try to exit my positions. Imagine if I'm a long and I am trying to exit my positions in the market order, if I'm trying to fill whatever that is available, if there are no orders available when I'm trying to do it, or there are orders which would have already filled and the market would have moved to the next level, then those orders will remain open and the market will start recognizing, Shiva, this particular area, though it was there, orders were there, the market fall was too severe. I'm going to be skipping this area and moving on to the next one. That's exactly as happened here. Okay, so when it is moving like that, the orders will be getting unfulfilled. Then what these guys do? Imagine I'm a large player. In a room of 10, we all have been given 5,000 crores each. Okay, in a room of 10, we all have been given 5,000 crore each to play in the market, make some money. Okay, I have been asked by the HNI. I'm working for an HNI team. We are in a team, and 10 people are there. So out of the 10, all of us would be placing the orders in index switches, index options, and so on. For some reason, all my friends' orders got fulfilled because each of us will be having the levels at which we wanted to place an order. Each for them it would have got placed. For me, my 5,000, like an out of my 5,000 crore, 2,000 crore orders got filled, 3,000 crores were pending. I know the market is moving, but my orders didn't get filled. So what I normally ask my friends to do it is immediately, guys, my orders are not getting filled. There is a gap getting created because my orders which I place, it's getting skipped. I will ask them, can you guys help me out to take the market higher? Some of them would have a spare money. When I say spare money, out of the 5,000, each of us will have 1,000, 2,000 crores in our kitty. What we immediately do is to make the index move higher, we will try to go and make the index mover like the HDFC Bank or the Reliance, try to push the index higher so that the market goes higher, your order gets filled and then comes back. That was the attempt which would have been done here. That was the attempt which would have been done here. They tried it, but considering other parties are having much bigger order placements, they all are pumping in. They all are pumping in. That is when you have a bigger player who's continuing to like and make the market move lower and lower, they will just you needed to wait. You would be the odd one out on that particular day where your orders would not get filled. Okay, so that is how this orders get moving and not getting filled. Now, how to trade? That is the next question, right? Shiva, we have seen the gaps. Guys, at the end of the day, whatever the strategies which I'm like in deploying, it is all identifying how the big money is playing it and how I can make use of those big monies. So wait for the price to come back quickly and then fill. Once the gap is filled, you can always see the market again moving into the opposite direction. Why? Imagine I wanted to participate in this rally. I couldn't. Once my orders are filled on the short side, what I will do? I will again try to take the market lower so that I will be able to make money. That's the reason 90% of the time, once the orders get filled, again the market does the reversal. Once the market does the reversal, the guy who missed out yesterday, he would have made his money here. And then once these guys are all saying, come on, chalo, yesterday you didn't make money. Now we got a golden opportunity for you. You made money now. Let's now take the market on the other side. Let's now take the market on the other side. That's how they do it as a group. Guys, how many of you seen when the market went to the 20K mark? Okay. This is the market went to the 20K mark on this particular day. Okay. What is the high on this futures? It is around 20,000 something, right? Now I'll show you some magic. This is your Nifty futures. I'll show you on daily chart. This is the high that got created here. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to show you the previous month in this one. Let me see. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is exactly at 19,991 and then came back. I believe this is the one. Yes. This is the day, I believe. So the market made a new high on this particular day. What they did is they went exactly to 20,000 odd levels. They went exactly to 20,000 odd levels and then they closed. The adjusted closing on that particular day was 20,000 exact, to be precise, on the index. How will I be able to do it? There was no reason for the market to rally on that particular day. Okay, all the global markets, everybody were like in a falling, but other markets were literally moving higher and higher, and they went and closed just to make sure that the 20K mark is getting hit. They went and hit that number, and the spot closed exactly at that particular level. That is the power of operators when they know this is the level at which I wanted to make money, and they play it according to that. Here, everybody would have expected the market is going to be going towards a 20K, 20, 100 and other things. You know what they did? They teased you. They went up to 19,991. Usually, if you go even look at the previous history as well, when you are looking for a key levels, they will just go near to that, 5 points below or 2 points below or 1 point below, go hit that number and then come back. People who have been waiting for 20K, do you think by this time it came to 19,300, they would be like in having the positions hold? No. But the long-term players, they know, Shiva, these guys are fools. I know how to trap them. I would have shorted here, but my long positions will be still intact. I would have created some fresh short positions temporarily, made money on that, accumulate my position, take some more position, and then take the market higher. Again, these fools will be thinking that this month after 28,200 is getting crossed, they would have all been thinking Sensex or Nifty would be giving 1,000 or 1,500 point move. Let me give them another shocker. In the last 4 or 5 days, every analyst on TV would have been telling you it is a buy on dip, it is a buy on dip. But these guys would have gone shut mouth yesterday. Why? Already the market have fallen 400, 500 points, and these guys would not be like knowing anything. Guys, don't go by the TV analysts or anything. It is all big money. They know what they are trying to do. Even for today's expiry for Sensex, they would have already calculated what is the levels at which they are going to be playing. 90% of the time they execute the plan. Only 10% of the time they also fail. When they know there are certain elements, imagine all of a sudden government announces some measures similar to the corporate tax announcement. Those are the days these guys fail miserably. Other than that, 99% they know what they are planning to do. And there was one moment, okay, which was about Reliance. Reliance had a deal with the Bharat Petrol, the BP, British Petroleum, sometime back. They had like in a big tie-up. On that particular day, Reliance rallied 16%, the biggest index heavyweight. Reliance rallied 16%. The news came in just before the market hours. The news came in somewhere around 8:30 or something. Once the market opened, the Reliance opened at 16, 15%, and then kept on moving higher and higher. These guys like absolutely crazy. You know what Sensex and Nifty did on that particular day? How many of you were tracking Nifty on that particular day? How many of you know what Nifty did on that particular day? I don't remember the exact date, otherwise I could have shown you that. Anyone remember that? It has happened in the last 3 years. No? Nifty was playing 300 points in the negative. Nifty was playing 300 points in the negative, whereas Reliance was rallying 16%. You know what these big guys did? When they know that there is a market wherein my position was against what I have done, and if someone is trying to manipulate to take the market higher, they use every index stock on that particular day to make the market fall. HDFC Bank fell 3%, HDFC fell 2 or 3%, Infi fell 4%, TCS fell 4%. They ensured that whatever the points that is gained by Reliance is being completely negated with all the index weight, and they brought it down by 300 points. That is the power of big money, and if you are trying to play against them, they know what they are trying to do, and they will literally fool you. Never ever try to go against the big money. The reason why I'm sharing that is when you're playing for all these gap strategies, you needed to know what these guys are planning to do and never try to go against them. Where is my PPT? Did I not open the PPT? Okay, so never try to go against them. Now, I'll just show you a few examples how the gaps are played and how you needed to be looking at it. This is on 9th January. There was a minor gap on that particular day. Okay, there was a minor gap on that particular day. Look at this. Opened between 9:27 to 9:30. The high of that particular candle was 42,530. The low of the previous, like in futures, was trading at that. The gap got created at around 948. Open is this much, low is this much. I'll show you this. So usually when you see a gap like this, what we can do is we needed to be looking to short it, and then we can enter into it. Or someone who knows this market is going to be like in moving it higher and higher because of the two candle theory, I would ideally wait. I would ideally wait. Look for that gap area and put some limit orders. Keep a limit order. Put some limit orders based on the strike. If the delta is around 0.8, calculate based on the delta and then place your in the limit orders. There will be a sudden move. Can you see this? This particular candle, the whole market was like in bullish on that particular day. They just ensured that one candle goes, fill the gap. From there, they moved on. From there, they moved on. This is how the gap will get filled. Okay, the gap on the trade side, they will just come, hit that opportunity, and then keep moving. Today, similar thing has happened. Okay, look at this. They are again going on the trend side. When the gap is there, they are going on the trend side. Today, what has happened here? There it is. Can you see what has happened? When the gap is getting filled, they are again going on the trend side, making sure that whatever the gap filling which I done, I wanted to ensure that I make money before I make the next move. Before I make the next move. That's exactly they have done it in this scenario also. Next, this is a PE trade, price rejection towards a gap. PE trade is successful, but the gap is filled. Look at this gap. Okay, this is a gap. This is the day's high. You're getting a rejection there, and the market was like in playing it. The only advantage with the gap is you will be able to play both on the call and the put side. If you're really smart, you should be able to play on both the sides. Imagine if there is a gap and I'm expecting the gap to get filled, I will try to buy a put and then play it in this. Again, if I know that the market is going to be bouncing, once the gap is getting filled, I'll buy a call as well. So that way, you will be able to make money on the put side and the like in a call side. The rejection is happening because of the day sign, and they are not able to move it above that level. Once the gap is getting filled, it will move up. And you can clearly see the OI is coming down. It's a short covering move which has been happening. This is another one. There is a minor gap in this one, and you also have a trend line support. If you draw it like this, you will see that. And once the gap is getting filled, you can see the gap again setting up, going higher. Once the trend line is broken, they came down pretty fast. This is another one. And this is, I think this is not a gap. I would not say this is a gap because there is a long wick. Team would not have noticed that. Okay. So these are the three examples which I have given you. But guys, ideally, once the gap is getting filled, in case if they wanted to come down, they would have done all the things in the world, making sure that they made the move. Now again, they're making sure that the market is in a phase wherein they're just going to be keeping it around. What they have done now, the gap area is seem to be the area wherein they are not letting it either go up, neither go down. They are just holding it. So second half is going to be very interesting. Why the second half is going to be very interesting? It is also taking a resistance somewhere near to that 45,080 odd mark. Once this 45,080, both 20 and the 50-day moving average is getting cleared, you might see a sudden upspurt. So if you look at the high of this candle, 45,080, high of this candle, 45,099. So almost they are in the verge of getting there and then playing it in that territory. Okay. So this area needed to be cleared. Once they clear this area with volume, imagine if you're getting this area cleared with volume with like in a 50K of more, expect the market to keep rallying higher. And if the market is closing near to the day's high, that will be a perfect recipe for you to take an overnight BTSC position as well. Okay, we will look at that example. So this is how I would love to make you guys play on the gap theory. Yes, it will take some time. These are like strategies. Have you ever heard about this gap strategy with anyone? Guys, whatever the strategies, okay, whatever the strategies, you will definitely be able to see it. And I don't think all these strategies, you would never ever find it anywhere in the net or anywhere, because these are all the things which has come from my like in the past 10, 15 years experience and then doing it. So what is the rationale behind drawing a trend line? When I do the trend line, the session, I will try to explain it to you. But currently, what we normally try to do is a particular level where the market is moving higher or lower with volume. We try to consider that level as a important support level or a resistance level. So once they break that level and go higher, that will act as a support. Till that time, it will act as a resistance. Okay, so that is something which I want you guys to be keenly watching for. Guys, on Fridays, can we go and take a BTST? If you know that you will not be able to sleep well over the weekend worrying about the position, then I wouldn't ask you to do it. Why you wanted to spoil your weekend when you are going to be constantly looking at the position, looking at the global markets? Imagine on Friday you're taking an overnight position. Okay, you're taking a long call. But Friday evening, the Dow fell more than 300 or 400 points. You know how your weekend is going to be. Saturday, Sunday is going to be completely spoiled. Your like and kids and your family will be asking, come on, let's play, let's go out, let's do that, this and other things. You will say, no, I'm damn tired. I want to go to sleep. I wanted to just do some work. Even though you will not have any work, you will go pretend as if like you have some work and then you will keep doing it. There will be like you will do all those things. Okay, so never do that. Never consider the opening gaps. The gaps needed to be formed after like 9:30 during intraday. Okay, so I wouldn't be considering the opening gaps. So what is happening? Why our market is falling? Why our market is falling all of a sudden? The clue is there in the chart there. Dow is falling from 70, 80 points to flat territory. Do you see that? Tracking the Dow real time makes sense? Guys, this is the reason why we needed every arsenal in the book for our trading that needed a support. Okay, without that, it's going to be very difficult for us to make money. So whatever the things which you have been seeing it, all this has come from more than 10, 12, 15 years of experience. That's the reason you wouldn't be finding anything on this in the Google or anywhere. You wouldn't be finding all these materials because all this have been created by me. Guys, yes, there is some relevance which is there on the daily gaps as well. Okay. What we normally historically have seen is whenever there is a gap on daily candles, this is like a more like a positional player, their orders not getting filled. What they will try to do is ones or the others, they will also take the market lower and lower and try to fill those gaps. Can you see those gaps? It got filled here. Always remember the latest gaps are the ones which is getting created now. So where is the gap now, which has a possibility of getting filled? There is a gap here. There is a gap here. And on the lower end, where is the gap available? All these areas is gap filled. Okay. If you look at it, where are the gaps on the lower end? Where the market should not have traveled before. Okay. So this is the one major gap which is left out. Okay, this is the one major gap left out around 40,000 odd levels. When the market is going in the future, you will see in case if the market is coming here, you will definitely see the market heading towards this territory, filling the gap and then coming back. Okay, and this is how, sorry, this is how I normally draw the trend line. Look at this, the trend line which I have drawn, they were able to just take a support and then kept moving higher and higher. Practice all this, try to draw these lines and then keep practicing. You will one day you will find, yes, all this makes sense, because that is where the big money would have been like in making the support and everything, and they will try to give you that moves. But guys, if you're an intraday player, look for the 3 minute gap. I don't trade on 1 minute or 5 minute. The day gap is only for the positional players who play for 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. There are players I know personally, like in few, like in large HNIs, who doesn't play for 100, 200 points on the Bank Nifty. They play for 3,000, 4,000 points on the Bank Nifty, 1,000 to 5,500 points on the Nifty. And you know what will be their quality, like in quantity size? It will be around 5 lakh quantity or 6 lakh quantity. They majorly play on the future segment and they use options as an hedging segment. So they play like crazy and they make one trade with like in 200, 300 crores and then they are out. They are out. That's the way they do it, and they wait literally for several time, years or months actually. Okay. Now, with that is being done, next we will look into the golden crossover concept. Okay, so the gap got filled and then they made a move on the downside. There is no further requirement for them to go downside. There is no move. The gap got filled and they made to a low. Whatever the money that needed to be made, they would have made it. And from here, it has been moving higher because there is no sufficient, in spite of the like in the charts and everything being positive, they took the market lower. It would have been a surprise for many, right? They went lower in spite of the trending OI data and everything was positive. How can this happen? This can happen only with the operators controlling it. It cannot be done. You and me cannot do it. And once they filled and then they would have booked the profit and other things, they would have made a massive move on the upside. And look at this. This is a beauty here. This is a beauty. The candle gap and everything played out perfectly for them. Now the PSR is getting into the narrow band, which is clearly suggesting you may get to see some move here and there, but not a major one. And Dow is also playing very smart. It went to almost 10 points here. Now it is back at 45. And our markets is immediately recovering from the super trend arena. Guys, when a super trend is coming multiple times, don't try to keep taking the trade at the super trend. Once, twice is fine, but when it is coming multiple times, there is every possibility it can break the super trend and head towards the VWAP. Always remember, once that trade is gone, we have to wait for this one. Yes, it can bounce from here and then keep moving. That's absolutely fine. Considering there is no two candle theory, I wouldn't be too keen on taking multiple times the support trade at the super trend. Okay, is this Bank Nifty table only available on TradingView? In OI Pulse, we may not be able to add because the TradingView said, Shiva, you are giving it like as a complimentary for the OI Pulse subscription. We cannot give you. And then nobody will be coming and buying the subscription from us. Because already in OI Pulse, if you see that, we have given you features which is not even available on the TradingView. Okay, though we are getting the data and everything from TradingView, we are giving you much bigger than what they would be providing it. So if you look at the chart, we are giving you the live open interest, which even the TradingView is not giving it to you. Plus, all these indicators decoded, And if you are buying like a trading view subscription, I think the free subscription you may not be able to add beyond 3 indicators. We are giving you more indicators, and you can add as many indicators possible. Show trade history, which is not available in trading view. Audio alerts, which is not available for like an at least the way we kept the indicators on. So all this is like specifically available only for OI Pulse. Guys, I'll be sharing you a video on how to draw the support and resistance lines. Just watch out for that. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. This is Nifty 50, right? Okay. Okay, so yes, open an eye concept which will be there. I'll be sharing the like in a video on how to draw the support and resistance line in the group. Don't worry about it. Okay. So use that video as a reference. Now, I think the Bank Nifty is still struggling that area. Though they have rallied and other things, they just needed some. I think the next move is going to be after 132. Considering it's a Friday, you may get some surprises in the last hour. You may get some surprises in the last hour. Okay, so people who have been still asking me, Shiva, like, what should be my target in case if I'm entering into a particular area? I'll just show you a simple technique which you can use it as a player. Now, imagine you are trying to take a trade here. Okay, can you see this? Sorry, this one. You can just look whether you are going to be taking a long position or short position. Choose this. Place it here. Okay, what is your risk reward? You needed to define your risk reward, whether you want 100 points or 50 points or based on your capital and other things. Imagine I wanted 75 points or 70 points. Then keep it like this. If your stop loss is around this area, then keep it like this. Can you see this? This is how you needed to be looking to draw your support and also your target for your entry. If you're taking a one lot, imagine you're taking a one lot here, you just needed to follow that with discipline. The risk reward will be 1:1, provided you follow that with discipline. You're taking a trade here, you're waiting for 85 points on the upside, 84 or 85 points on the downside for your stop loss. Why the stop loss is here? Because that is where your VWAP is. In case if they're breaking and coming here, you can, if you feel that no Shiva, I'll keep 10-15 points below, then you keep 10-15 points above here. That's it. Easily you will be able to do it provided you follow that with discipline. Entries is easily identifiable. Exit is something wherein you needed to convince yourself. If you're following like 1:1, you keep it like this. This is the only way you will be able to make money in the market. Don't like as you are experienced, you will be playing different setup altogether. But when you are playing like this, you will be able to make around like 1,200 as a profit. Loss would be around 750 if you are entering in this particular arena. Okay, so it will give you the risk reward ratio as well. Whatever that you are feeling it, you can take it. Clear? Yes, it will give you a 100-point move. When there is a real big move happening, imagine in this scenario, okay, look at this. Imagine if there is a two candle theory breaking out and other things, and if it is moving here, and if you are taking an entry here, look at this 1-2 candle. This is more than sufficient. Okay, so if it is not moving, you and me cannot do anything. I don't have the control to move the markets, right? If it is moving in your favor, it can easily give you that. And most of the time, you will see a sideways market playing out on both the sides. You choose it. Don't not necessarily like in every time you're going to be seeing a large gap between the VWAP and the super trend. There will be some opportunities wherein you will only see 40-50 points. In those scenario, keep it like this. 90% of the time you will get that hit. Okay, that is something which you needed to control it. If you're keeping a large risk reward, that means you are waiting for a longer time. It may become like an instead of an scalping to positional. If you're looking for a small 10 points, 15 points like me, we'll be looking for a small scalp. So those who are thinking that why we are not holding the position, because in the past, whenever I have been holding, that has not yielded me much big result. So here we entered, exited, we entered somewhere around 340 to 360 odd levels, 370 to 360, and we exited at around 380 to 385. That is absolutely fine, 20 point. And in those scenarios, I'll increase the quantity, get an exit quickly. So now it went up to like in 420, 430. Now it is back at that same 390, 380 odd levels. So it's up to you. You can do multiple times or you wanted to do only once. Even with this, I got rewarded. Tell me honestly, imagine if you're doing 1% or 2% every day. Guys, you are doubling your capital in 4 to 5 months. I'm telling you, you are doubling your capital. But this cannot be done on large capital. This can be done only with a small capital. Small capital players, we will be able to do it. When it goes to beyond like an 5 CR, 10 CR, you needed to set your expectations lower. Okay, you needed to set your expectations lower. Yesterday, I was speaking to one person. You know what was he saying? Shiva, somehow I needed to recover the loss. How much is his loss? It is around 17 lakhs. And how much he wanted to recover? With 1.5 lakhs, he wanted to get 20% every day, it seems. I said, people like you who are coming into the market, that is where the money is getting taken away and given it to the people who doesn't have. The money is taken from the people who doesn't have patience to the people who have patience. Imagine he's expecting 20% every day with a capital of around 1.5. I told him, you might be able to make 1 or 2 days. But if you're going to be applying the same mindset every day, we may not be able to achieve it. Even there is no pressure on you to earn every day. If you guys are thinking that I needed to earn money every day, that you are going to be putting a pressure on yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Trade with like as if like you don't require to earn money from the market. Okay, so that's the only way. Guys, I'm not suggesting like and you needed to go with a 0% like in zero brokerage and thing. You needed to go for a broker who has had a track record wherein they have not gone down. Okay, don't try to go just because a broker is offering a free brokerage. Don't go to go for an higher brokerage just because he's going to be offering it. No, choose a broker who has been stable. Okay, choose a broker who has been stable in the past, who has given you like in a large reward. Those are the brokers I will be going along. I don't recommend too many brokers because I have worked with them and then I give them. That's what it is. Guys, for me, the personally, I would like and recommended TradeSmart and Expresso because these are the two guys whom I have worked in the past. And nowadays, I don't trade much, as you guys know. Very rarely I get opportunity to trade. If I'm getting an opportunity to trade, I mostly use Zerodha for one click because we needed to test some large orders and other things. Other than that, I use TradeSmart primarily. So even if you look at it, I think we are going to be looking to take trades on the TradeSmart account now. So we are done with the Zerodha. We will now move into TradeSmart. I think the market is starting to falter again. Let's see what is happening with the Dow. Now, they have taken multiple support here. Now they are breaking the super trend. They are heading all the way down to the VWAP. Please be careful. Don't try to be in a hurry now to average your position. Wait till the VWAP level. Why I will be waiting to take a trade at the VWAP level? Look at this. Imagine I've not created much positions on the call side and the put OI is increasing. Then naturally I'll get one round of support at the lower level. VWAP is the area wherein the bigger support can be coming in. So in this scenario, I'll go for 44,700, which is in the money strike. 430, it is. Imagine if you're a one lot player, you needed to wait exactly till this year. If you're a multi lot player, use your capital to your strength. You needed to know how much is your capital, play according to the strength. So imagine I'm buying 2 lots or 4 lots here. Okay, then I will wait for the next candle formation. 4 lots or 8 lots here, 16 lots, 24 lots. That's a way every gap. Look at the gap and then take a breather. Because sometimes people ask me, Shiva, like, why don't we wait exactly till this level? A small player can wait. Large player, Since we needed to deploy large capital, we may not be able to deploy everything at one go over there. So rather than waiting exactly to that level, I needed to plan it and then take a trade. So any specific reason why we are taking in the money? Answer is simple. Don't go for the OTM because this is where my delta is better. What is the strike which we have taken now? 44,700. Look at the 44,700 delta here. It is almost 0.65. Considering we have another 3 more days left. As the days goes nearer to the expiry, go for higher delta. If it is like in a little far off, we'll start from 0.6, go to 0.65, 0.7, 0.75, 0.8, and then go nearer and nearer. That's a way you should be using the delta to your advantage. Now, is it falling further? Yes, it is. Let it come near to the VWAP. We will try to take one round of a VWAP support rate. That's exactly I'm looking for. Can they come there? Almost literally there. Come on, come on. Let us wait. So how much is the capital we have used now? 1.66 out of the 20 lakhs. Now, if you are a smart player, what you needed to do? Sometimes they may not come near exact to this level. What I can do is, I'll tell you my stop loss strategy, how I use it. Earlier, I used to keep my stop loss from the capital and nothing. Then my mindset was always giving me like in a negative outlook. Then I shifted it. Okay, what did I do is, so okay, before go there, like, and what was the reason for me to take a trade here? Dow moving higher, wicks still continuing to fall. There is not much big increase happening in the wicks. Moreover, it is coming to the great support. Trending OI is positive. Market is positive overall on the Bank Nifty. More than the Nifty, Bank Nifty is very positive. All these are the parameters for me to take a bigger support trade near to the VWAP. Correct? So this is giving you a perfect one. Now, only with 400 quantities. People ask me, right, Shiva, like, can show us with small quantities. Don't show us with the large quantities. Guys, that's the reason this account, I'm only showing you with a small quantity how we are doing it. Coming back there, I was telling you about the point which I wanted to make it very clear for all of you. Okay, I'll just place this. My stop loss strategy. Now I haven't placed it. Now, do you think I'll be losing this trade from here? No way. We have placed the stop loss at 441, 440. Keep a trailing distance of 5 rupees. Okay. As it moves 445, 446, you keep trailing it. If it is again coming back, you can trail it or you can just move it around. Next most important thing, what I normally do is my stop loss is the previous day's profit. Imagine if I make 1 lakh yesterday, I use that 1 lakh as the stop loss for the beginning of the trade. Now, for some reason, I made money in the morning trade. Then I needed to protect my previous day profit, use my intraday profit as a stop loss. Use my intraday profit as a stop loss. In this scenario, we deployed around 1.5%, got around 5,000 rupees. Then for my next trade, I can use this 5,000 as a stop loss. Okay, so that you will have a cushion. You will always feel that you are protecting your capital. You're always playing with the profits only. Now the only opportunity is let them go near and then we will try to take a trade again. Can you see the Dow? Dow is little fluctuating, but it is giving you an opportunity. Guys, in a week, like in the last 6-7 days, how many trades we would have taken? How many trades was going against us? You tell me honestly. All the trades I'm showing you live, right? How many trades would have gone against us if we would have followed the system perfectly? Only one trade which went against us on the second day. Other than that, Almost out of 11 trades, all the trades have been giving us the profit. So what is that which we have done now? We are following the setup. That's it. Now people will be asking me, Shiva, can we left early, too early? Guys, some trades we might get 5-10 rupees. Some trades we might get 100 rupees also. Not every trade will go in the order at which you wanted it. Okay. So please be careful. Don't try to think that you wanted to capture exact bottom and exact top. Do you think I'll be able to capture the exact bottom here? Whatever that is possible, I'm entering because the probability is in my favor. Work based on the probability. Probability should always be 90, 80, 90% in your favor. Then it will give you a reward. Clear? That's the most important element. Guys, it's not about sometimes always the risk reward. Imagine, even if you're making 5,000 and then accumulating the money, that is also going to be a large one. In the last 2-3 days, out of 20 lakhs, we have made around 52. Is this not a good reasonable risk reward? For a capital size of 20 lakhs, you are able to make close to 50,000 in 3 days. What more you need? I'm happy with whatever that is there. Guys, each and every one will have their own setup. Okay. One day 60K loss, yes. Naturally, you needed to ready to take that. One day you will get 1 lakh, 1,20,000 also. Yesterday we made around 40K. The previous day we made around 30K. The previous day we made around 20K. So from 20K, 20 lakhs, it went to 19.4. Now we are back again at 20.5. If you are not ready to take a risk, then naturally we might be able to play around on all those. The only problem with the options market is you may not be able to get rewarded all the time the way you wanted it. Guys, tell me honestly, go and look at any traders who has told you that risk reward and other things. Have they been able to follow it? No. If you guys are saying all the sellers are making only 0.5%, 0.1%, 0.3% and other things, but if you ask them, they will say, I have made 2000% in the last 3 years. I have made 5000% in the last 3 years. If you guys have made 0.5, 0.1%, 0.2%, how did you guys make 3,000% or 4,000%? You tell me honestly, is this a risk reward? No way. You needed to be knowing what is right for you. Guys, all of you are getting corrupted in the mind that you're looking at the social media and saying, Shiva, just because that guy is following that setup and that is working, I also needed to do the same thing. Go and look at all the winning candidates. They would not have been able to follow their risk reward on certain days. It will not work. The systems are designed like that. It will not work on certain days. You can do 1,001 things. You will not have the control in your side. Only thing which we can do is limit our losses and try to be on the safe side. If you know that you are ready to take a risk up to 40 or 50K, that day I can have easily handled the loss up to in 20, 30K. But I'm ready to go for that extra mile of at least looking for that 60. The reason is when I know overall I would have done this much, why would I needed to take I can easily take the bare minimum risk, right? Imagine now, I'll just show you one example now. So when I know on that particular day when I made 2 lakhs, I'm ready to take that additional risk. That is something which many would not be able to do that, right? I just wanted to show you this and then we will move on. Exactly. When your target for the day is done, just close your trades and then move on. Just close your trade and move on. I'll just show you one more thing which I wanted to share it with you all. Okay, so this is just for your reference, nothing else. So today, we have made around 35K. Already in the capital size of my 1 CR, I've already made around in 1.5 here. Do you think it makes sense for me to keep on trading for the whole day? Even if I lose 50, 60K in my overall capital, I keep insisting the overall capital. Why? You needed to calculate your ROI based on all the money that you have kept across different accounts. So when I have made close to 1.8 or 2, like in a 2 lakhs today, that means I'm already exceeding my daily target. Already exceeding my daily target. Out of this 2 lakhs, can I not take a risk with another like in 60,000 or 1 lakh? Yes, no. We couldn't take it, right? That is exactly how your approach should be. That is exactly how your approach should be. Guys, keep taking a risk out of your profits, then you will not. Pankaj, the problem is not with the setup. You needed to identify, tell yourself how much is the loss that you will be able to bear. It is about how much is the loss that you will be able to bear. If you guys are talking to me like in 2 years back, when my setup was like I'm always consistent on getting like in a 1% and then moving out, 1% and then moving out. Why would I do that? Because that is what has given me the confidence. Guys, the only way to control over trading is you have to like and control yourself in terms of how much is your need. How much is your need? Okay, let me just show you one. This might motivate you guys like and to do what you wanted to do it. Just give me a minute. Guys, again remember the risk and everything which you needed to think about it and how much you wanted to win it for yourself. Don't compare yourself with others. Don't compare yourself with others. I keep insisting. Just because someone is following a different setup doesn't mean you also needed to do that. Okay. So this is my PNL for the last year. Okay. This is for the like in one of the trading account where I was actively trading it and so on. Just see the turnover and then the charges. Okay. With the 20 lakh capital, how much is the money which I made here? 20 lakh capital, how much is the money daily making like in 5,000, 10,000? There would be days wherein I would have made 1 lakh and 2 lakh. Close to 57 lakh, out of which I'm ready to pay 18 or 19 lakh. Guys, it's my money and I don't mind paying 18 or 20 lakhs to the government or doing whatever the charges which is there and then taking home 200% return. 200% return, taking it home. Don't you think scalping works for you? If this is not a convincing return, then what is your convincing return? You tell me. Guys, either you do it with a large capital, like in 50%, 100%, or small capital, getting 200%, making 1% return every day. This is not sufficient. Then why you wanted to compare yourself with others? Guys, never ever compare yourself others. You are working for you. You are trying to take a trade for yourself. Never trade for others. The biggest mistake many people do is comparing yourself in social media. That big handle is making that much. This big handle. I am telling you, as an option buyer, if I am making 200% return after the taxes and everything, that's huge. Tell me honestly, how many option buyers would have been able to do that? 200% return after the thing on 20 lakh capital, not anything else. 20 lakh capital. Guys, it's up to you. People ask me, sure, like, and why are you not compounding? Why don't you like and try to compete with your like and mentees who have been doing 5 lakh, 10 lakh, and 15 lakh? Guys, you tell me honestly, even if you're earning 1 lakh in a year, even if you earn 1 lakh in a day, 1 lakh in a day, do you think you'll be able to spend that 1 lakh in a day? We are all from upper middle class and other things. Even you go to the best restaurant, best top hotel and everything, you eat too much, do you think you'll be able to spend that 1 lakh? Then what is the fun for me to keep on compounding or other thing? Am I competing with anyone? No. I wanted to lead a happy life. There is world outside trading. The amount of joy which I had in the last 1 year, last 1 week, when I went out, met whatever the childhood dream, okay, whatever the childhood dream you had, you just needed to live to that. These are the moments which you will never get it again in life. Making money is one factor, and then use that money to go have a fun for your life as well. Guys, please understand, one day you all will be making money. I'm telling you, one day you all will be making money. On that particular day, we will all be feeling bad. Oh shit, man, I could have done that. I could have done this and I failed. I'm telling you honestly, I have achieved everything, whatever that I have like and thought about in life, that this is what I wanted to lead, and I have done everything. I have no regrets in life in terms of helping people, in terms of meeting my own goals, in terms of doing whatever the things which I can do for my family, in terms of making my parents proud. I've done everything. Now my job is to enjoy whatever the opportunity God has given me. I just needed to keep moving on. There is no fun for me to fight with others. People ask me, Shiva, like in your social media presence is very less. I'm not a guy who wanted to be there in the social media. I wanted to live out in the real world, not in the fake world, wherein you are fighting with the unknown people who doesn't even have a proper profile picture, who doesn't have anything just to pull you down. You better will live in the real world. Okay, don't try to portray yourself that no, I needed to keep posting so many things, and every day I needed to at least post 10, 15 tweets. Guys, none of my tweets will have like a large impression, but I can proudly say I'm one of the top mentors in the country wherein everybody wanted to learn from me. How did it happen? It's all by word of mouth. When you would have gained some knowledge and other things, you would have gone and said, tell me honestly, how many of you joined just because of others recommending you just needed to go and attend Shiva's training? Without that, I don't think you guys would have been here. Guys, I'm not only going to be teaching you this, I'm going to be teaching you how the life lessons are. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. Whatever that you do, enjoy it. Don't have any regrets later. And most importantly, you're not living for others, you're living for yourself. Put that in mind, then automatically will not be under any pressure. Put that in mind, automatically you will love it. Guys, simple setup can give you in 3 days. If this can become like in from 1940 to 2050, what more you need? 1 lakh you have done in 4 5 days. Yes, we made a loss one day, but again the capital is getting increased, right? Imagine if I'm able to make out of 20 lakhs like 35 on my overall whatever that I have made. How much is that?
200
Calculate
rupees
that.
loss, close it, go and enjoy your life. That's it.
Guys, again and again, I'm telling you, you are competing with yourself, not with anyone else. And you don't have to be answerable to anyone in this world. Yes, sometimes you have to be responsible, do whatever that is possible from your side, but make sure that you live for yourself. Guys, I'm telling you, anytime, okay, there will be moments wherein we will all be down, including me. I have also been down and out and everything which has happened in the life. That's the way the life is. You cannot have only good moments in life. If you ever feel that I'm out, down and out, and I needed someone to at least vent out my frustration and other things, just reach out to me. Okay? I'm friendly bro who's waiting for you. Just reach out to me on this number. Just message me. I will definitely try to respond back. Just give me some time, but I will try to respond to all your messages. We will all go through pain in life. We will all go through some good moments in life. Everything will be there. But when it is a good moment, you don't require anyone. But when it is a bad moment, you wanted to share that frustration and other things, vent it out to me. Okay. So if you're looking for someone, Shiva, I just wanted to share my few moments with you. This is my number. You can message me. Okay. And if I'm available, I'll let you know. We can also speak over the phone. Just give me some time, but because I may not be able to entertain everybody at the same time, but I will definitely try to find some time for all of you.
Yeah.
Guys, till date, I would have at least responded 98% of the time on all the messages.
I don't need any personal loan.
Please, please, please never get boggled. I know trading is a lonely profession and we all will require support. And we as a fellow human being, if we are not going to help each other, then imagine who's going to. Tell me honestly, are you going to be taking single penny from my side? No. Am I going to take a single penny from your side in terms of the trading? Whatever the profit which you make, it's your money. Whatever the profit which I make, it's my money. Then why we needed to have jealousy and everything? If he is able to make money, let him make. That is good. And you needed to appreciate that fact. When I'm going to be opening up the group after the training session, you guys needed to appreciate each other. I'm telling you, once you start appreciating, once you start sharing knowledge, you guys will grow bounds and beyonds. That is how the trading should be done. Guys, it's already a lonely profession. Don't make it too lonely. Don't bring negativity in your life. Come on, you all are much bigger than that. Clear? We will take a break and then we are going to be looking at the golden crossover strategy. Guys, the Bank Nifty contribution indicator, we have not released it. We will let you know once we are. Guys, I could have easily charged these sessions like in 50 lakhs or, 50,000 or 1 lakh. I'm telling you, there are people who are ready for my 1 day session, ready to pay 25 lakhs just to be there with me. 25 lakhs. There are like bigger players in Mumbai. They just wanted to be like, and they don't want anything else. They say, Shiva, you just be there with us for 1 day. We'll pay you whatever the fee which you are asking for. It's not about the fees, it's about the connect. Yeah? Enjoy the time with your family, enjoy the time with your surroundings. You won't get that again. I'm telling you. I'll tell you how to do the pyramiding when we are looking at that. Guys, money will come and go again and again, I'm telling you, because I've seen that in life. But human values, we needed to respect that. Please respect fellow humans. You will all be loving it.